Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silent reflection.
Hi Needham High School, this is May Hardebeck.
And I'm Nathan Maynard, here to bring you this week's news.
Dante Capone, also known as Al, is the newbie on our news team, and he has a story on the Hilltopper today.
The Hilltopper has had an important role in Needham High School life since 1957, providing its students with news and more. Articles range from being about assemblies, politics, and sports. However, like all of today's newspapers, the Hilltopper is undergoing a change, evolving with the technology at hand. Soon, the Hilltopper will be available on the internet, bringing more content and convenience. Faculty head, Mr. Flaggart, was interviewed on the matter.
For years, what we ended up having is we struggled with our ability to put out newspapers quickly. We were coming out, even when we came out relatively quickly, we were coming out about once a month. By the time we got articles out, that meant that the news had been old for sometimes as long as 3.5 weeks. It was no longer news. What I think that'll allow us to do is update more frequently and actually be able to write news articles more frequently that people actually consider to be newsworthy and have some news value. For a while, we were trying to focus exclusively on features, which are sort of timeless. Those sometimes are bigger, and so they take a lot more investment in terms of time, energy, and those just don't have the same frequency of turnaround as news articles do. So I think it'll be really helpful for us.
Thanks, Dante.
If any of you want jobs this summer, the Needham Park and Recreation Association is looking for students to apply for lifeguarding and water safety instructor positions. Keep in mind you must have a current lifeguard and/or water safety instructor certification. For further information, call 781-455-7550.
Sophomore MCAS for English Language Arts are here again. Unfortunately, the last MCAS session will be postponed until Monday because of weather conditions. So only a little bit more to go, 10th graders. Good luck next week.
Spring is here, and that means all the spring sports. Ryan has more to say on that.
Good morning, Rockets. The spring season's finally begun, and now we have tryouts going all this week. Good luck to all those trying out and continue on in the spring sports. That's all for sports. I'm Ryan Wentworth.
Thanks, Ryan.
Hello, Needham High School. This is Aaron Traylor, your resident furniture expert, here to bring you the latest in furniture technology. Did you know that we've got sofas and chairs in the halls of Needham High School now? You should check them out. Stay tuned.
Let's learn a little bit more about Ryan Casada, a transgender musician that will be making an appearance at our school.
Ryan Casada is a transgender activist as well as a singer and songwriter. He writes partially about his journey, his transition from female to male, with lyrics. He writes a lot in like poetic type lyrics.
What makes us free, men unfree? Well, darling, that's beyond me.
At his performance, he is going to give a presentation and also include some of his music. His presentation will include his story about transitioning.
I'm an 18-year-old transgender singer-songwriter and activist from New York. I've been living my life as transgender, and I've been as transgender since 14 years old.
His presentation will include his story about transitioning and also correct ways to treat people and correct vocabulary to use and just like trying to be a more considerate person.
The concert is happening at night because we had been planning to have it as an assembly during the school day, and were later told that due to equal access laws in Massachusetts, if we let Ryan Casada come and spread a positive message about transgender acceptance and such during the school day, then if there were a group that wanted to come and spread a negative message about similar things, they would have to be allowed in.
We know that folks have very different and very strong beliefs around sexuality and around issues that Ryan will talk about. Some of the other presentations that we've had are like the yellow dress, like Own Your Piece, and we plan them from a year in advance, so there's the logistical piece. Other presentations that we have had, like Joseph Kony, while very effective, they were voluntary, where teachers could sign up classes to go. In doing that, there was some pushback from the parent community, from some of the administration and staff.
It's really a two-pronged way of looking at it. On one hand, it's negative because the people who would attend if it's at night are people who would already have somewhat of an interest in this anyways, and the people who really need to go wouldn't go because why would they take time if it's at night? But also it is a positive thing because we can show this to other members around the community, not just in our school, and hopefully that can pave the way for similar presentations and performances to be during the day.
Anyone from anywhere could come. If you wanted to fly from California to this concert, you could come. It's completely free. It's at night. Anyone, parents, teachers, random people around the town, everyone is invited.
I think it's a great first step in expanding this, because this will not be the end of the discussion for Needham High School. It's really a beginning, and as we start to talk about respect and cultural proficiency in the whole school. So it's a great beginning.
So come and see Ryan Casada
On March 28th at 7 o'clock p.m.
in the Needham High School auditorium.
Thanks, Julie.
Thanks for watching Needham High School News today.
Stay classy, Needham High School.
Good morning, Needham Rockets. As many of you know, Needham High witnessed some police activity on campus after school this past Thursday afternoon. In order to mitigate any rumors, I would like to provide you with the facts of the situation and to underscore the school's expectations for your safety and behavior. This past Thursday after school in the Memorial Field parking lot, undercover Needham police detectives witnessed an alleged drug transaction between two Needham High students. The police intervened, and one student was arrested and charged with several counts of possession with intent to distribute illegal drugs, including marijuana, in a school zone. The other student was detained by police, cited for possession of marijuana, and released. In addition to legal action, these students will be subject to school discipline, up to and including possible expulsion from Needham High School. At the same time, 4 other NHS students were detained and questioned by police in the flagpole area of Admiral Gracie Drive. The police determined, and we know, that these students had no involvement whatsoever in the alleged drug transaction, and they were released at the scene. I know that you receive many conflicting messages from society regarding the possession and use of illicit drugs and alcohol, from the decriminalization of marijuana to the adoption of medical marijuana to the approval of alcohol sales in our own town. Make no mistake, these are adult activities with adult consequences, and any students who possess, use, buy, or sell illegal substances either on school grounds or at school-sponsored events will find themselves in an expulsion hearing in my office. More importantly, however, the staff and I want you all to be safe and healthy. If you believe illicit drug or alcohol use is a problem for you or someone you know, help is very close. I urge you to contact a trusted adult in the building, your guidance or personal counselor, the health office, or any other adult. Though difficult to do, there are no negative or disciplinary consequences for reaching out for help, and we will do whatever it takes to help you start the road to recovery. Thank you very much for your attention to this, and I wish you all safety and wellness.